Hey there, YouTube. So, what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force? You get absolutely no damn work done.
Shut up!
So, the only person I have helping me is my friend Lynn. And it's nice, but he's at that age where he shouldn't be doing any kind of construction. And I am almost next to helpless when it comes to construction. There are some things I know how to do. I have some bright ideas, but mostly I have no damn clue. Uh, I mean, this thing is just getting insurmountable at this point. It's got to be done before next week. We have to build a damn frame for the house to sit on. And the only part that we've gotten done so far is we bolted this piece here. It's a 4x4. It is, in fact, bolted to the tongue. That is going to make a stable place for the frame to rest on. We're doing the same things for the sides of this trailer, including in the back, along this back edge. And then we're going to put this 2x4 right here to balance it out. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot I can do. I don't understand most of this machinery. I'm practically clueless when it comes to doing this stuff. And Mr. Lin, well, he's almost 80. So there's only so much that two people like us can accomplish in a single day before the temperature here in Idaho gets to be 50 billion degrees. So, some backstory about me, people. I moved here about 6 years ago. I moved here from Anchorage, Alaska. I'm now in Caldwell, Idaho, which is next to Boise, if you don't know Idaho at all. And today's high temperature is going to be, what, 107? 107. What is the high temperature in Anchorage, Alaska today? 62. I'm just not built. Look, I am not built for any weather over 75 degrees. And it's currently 72 degrees at 10 o'clock, or fucking 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sweating like a pig, and or my mama would say, a whore in church. And I just don't know. I got to get this done, but we're all just practically too helpless to get it done. We're going to do our best to do some things today. We can just get these other pieces, these side frames put in. I guess it'll be a job well done. We do have about another hour and a half before it gets too atrociously hot. Is that liquid nails?
Yeah.
And this piece is going to rest here. So when we build the frame up, it sits against that. And into that. So, yeah. I was like, hey, why don't we just build rails, put them up, and then set the house on? Lynn brought up a good point. The force of that that shed of mine, that house of mine, moving backwards, is going to shift the entire thing unless it's stabilized. I'm not an engineer. It's not something that I'm doing. I'm an artist, people. I'm an artist. It's just not something I know how to do. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take Lynn's lead on this because obviously he understands more than I do. I am getting a little impatient, but there's not much that I can do to help, and we can only move at a certain pace. If I can't get this frame built and the shed put on by the middle of next week, it'll be a little too late before my mother is ready to move in. So she might end up waiting a week or two before we do that, which sucks because I already found a place for this to go, and I have paid $250 for the first 2 weeks of August. And if I can't get this out there for the first 2 weeks of August, which, by the way, it's now the end of July, this marks the end week of July. So I've got to get this frame built, get this house put on, and get the insides of the house made, which admittedly will be much easier because we'll have an air conditioner. Stick that damn thing in a window and just do all the work. I'll sit down here all day long and do all the work I have to on the inside. That's not an issue. It's that in 170-degree weather, I turn into a bowl of putty. I just can't do anything. I can hardly think at 75 degrees. You know, I'm not made for the heat. It's probably why I've never lived in Arizona. All right, guys, I'm going to try and figure out some way to help my friend here help me, because, you know, those who can't help themselves don't get help at all, or something like that. But I just wanted to rant for a moment this morning. All right. Have a good one. Bye now.